depending on your province, maybe they will ask for blue background or white background, so check on this. For Zhuhai Guangdong, they actually asked for blue background, and I remember going on Photoshop because I know how to do Photoshop very well. So I remember going to Photoshop and I edited my passport to have a blue background and I sent it to them. So, but for Shenyang, any password was okay. They did not ask me for whether blue background or white background. So this is something that you should also know and take notice of. I used Zhuhai Guangdong medical check for my work visa when I came to Shenyang. Some province they have their own rules for this medical check, so just make sure you just ask. The medical health check for job and medical health check for student is kind of different. So ensure that when you go to the hospital or when you're going with the form, you don't even need to go with any form. You can just go to the hospital and then you tell them that you want to do a medical check for job, and they know what to do.
I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my head. I'm sick of wishing I could just forgive and forget. I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my mind, my mind, my mind.
Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. If this is the first time that you're joining us in this phase, don't make your last. Okay, so guys, today's video I'm basically going to be talking about some of the documents that you need for applying for your work visa. This is the one video that I know that will really guide you for those of you that are trying to do like ESL. That's like teaching English. I feel like this video will really help you and guide you on what document that you need when you're applying for your work visa. I recently applied for my ESL work visa and I realized that the document that I use applying for the first job and the document that I used to apply for the English job were actually different. The document they were requesting for both were actually different, so I will just use this video to guide you on the document that you need. Okay, the first document that you need for applying for this visa is your passport. You need to ensure that you have a valid passport that is within like 6 months. So this is very important for those of you that don't have like your passport validity up to 6 months. I think it's best for you to actually go to the embassy to do that, okay, because it's going to help you. Not that when you go and start the process they'll say no, they can't do it for you, and then you have to now go back and start doing these things. So you have to ensure that your passport is valid. The next document that you need is actually the work contract. Actually, this is like a copy of the work contract that the employer has already offered to you, so the job. So you need like that work contract. When I was asking my employer for work contract, I realized that it was not even ready, so I had to be waiting for my own. Make sure you ask your employer on time for the work contract. This will really help you. Okay, the next document that you need to prepare is the educational qualification. Okay, so you need to ensure that you have your degrees, and most times they don't even use masters. Most times they ask for degrees that you did in China. So I think that's so important that you have studied in China, because I remember when I was sending them my bachelor degree which I had done in Nigeria, and they returned it back to me. I'm like, oh no, don't worry, they don't need that. So I gave them my masters, and that was the only thing you use to process the work permit. Or maybe you can even give them any degree that you may have that is related to teaching English. For me, I had like apart from my master's degree which I did in China, I also had like a TOEFL. I also had like a diploma which I got online. It was like an English literature kind of diploma which I did a while ago while I was in school. So I had these degrees and I also sent to them, for them to use to process my work visa. The next document that you need is the TOEFL or the TOEFL, the TEFL or the TSOL, which is the TOEFL. I had this, so this is something that you can always try to get. The exam is online. You can go online and actually write the exam and you'll be able to get the certificate. There are still a lot of people who even get this certificate, so if you really need this certificate, you can always look for someone that will assist you with this. Okay, so try as much as possible to get this TOEFL on time, because it will really help. They always ask for the TOEFL. So if you have this certificate and then you have your degree and any other degree that that will help you to get the work permit, it's best for you to actually give it. Okay, the next document that you need is the non-criminal record. So this non-criminal record, you need to ensure that it is up to date, because I remember that when I was trying to do mine, I wanted to give them the non-criminal record that I did in the other job, and I checked and realized that it has expired. So I had to start trying my best to get a new non-criminal record from my country. So you need a non-criminal record from your country. So some embassy actually help in getting this, but my country, you have to actually contact Nigeria to get it. So this is something you can always do. You can contact anyone to help you to get the non-criminal record, and they'll go to Church Gates. Church Gates is in Abuja. That's where the China embassy is. So they'll go to Church Gates and help you to get the stamp and a letter. They'll help you to actually stamp it and send back to you to China. Okay, that's if you're in China, but if you're in Nigeria, no need. Okay. So the next thing that you need is the health check. You need the medical health check, and thank God that I already did mine and it didn't expire. It was going to expire like after 6 months. So you should do this. The medical health check for job and medical health check for students is kind of different. So ensure that when you go to the hospital or when you're going with the form, you don't even need to go with any form. You can just go to the hospital and then you tell them that you want to do a medical check for job, and they know what to do. Okay, every province have their rules. Okay, because as for Beijing, you can actually use the medical check for another place, another province, or your country for Beijing. But I noticed that when I went to Zhuhai, Guangdong, they said that no, they were not accepting any medical check from any province. That when you come to Zhuhai, you needed to do a new medical check. But I don't know why Zhuhai, they are kind of different, because I used Zhuhai Guangdong medical check for my work visa when I came to Shenyang. So this is something that you need to know. Some province, they have their own rules for this medical check, so just make sure you just ask. Okay, the next document that you need is the visa application. For me, I think the agent and my employer who assisted me was actually the one who filled this visa application for me, but you actually need the visa application. Okay, the next thing that you need is the passport photo. You need to have a passport photo that have make sure that the size meet the requirements. Okay, so ensure that the size meet the requirements. Depending on your province, maybe they will ask for blue background or white background, so check on this. For Zhuhai Guangdong, they actually asked for blue background, and I remember going on Photoshop, because I know how to do Photoshop very well. So I remember going to Photoshop and I edited my passport to have a blue background and I sent it to them. So but for Shenyang, any passport was okay. They did not ask me for whether blue background or white background. So this is something that you should also know and take notice of. The final thing that you need to submit is the application fee. Obviously, the application fee is the money that you need to pay, and this application fee is totally different from visa fee. Okay, for application fee, thank goodness my employer actually paid that. But the only thing is that I am also contributing from my work, to pay for the application fee. So this is something that you can actually think about. Make sure you think about the application fee and everything. The application fee depends. So it depends. Some agents will tell you so amount, some agents will tell you so amount. So I don't know how much it is. I know that it's ranging from 3,000 RMB or 5,000 RMB. I think it's ranging for 5,000 because or 10 from 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000. There are different prices that some of these agents take, but if you're not using the agent, it's probably will be cheaper. Okay, so that's what you need, the application fee. Different agents collect different amounts when they are doing this application fee something for you, so just make sure that you are aware of this, and I just pray that your employer will not have to tell you to be the one to pay your application fee. Because I don't know whether this is true. But my employer said that for ESL that they have this rule that after the employer pay your application fee, they're going to take it from your salary, just in case you decide to leave the job or you're no more doing anything like that, so that the employer will not feel like they are lost. I don't know how true this is. Please leave in the comment section below if you are working as a ESL teacher or something like that, and maybe when you start working they start taking some amount of money from your salary. Let me know. Okay, I hope this video was really helpful. So these are the documents that I used for my application, so I hope it will guide you. Very simple, very easy. Just make sure you prepare the document on time, because sometimes processing this document can take a lot of time, and just your visa if you're in China, your visa might be expiring. So I would always advise you to try to do this process as quick as possible, so that you can be able to meet up with the deadline. Do well to like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at official_Omar, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure if you have any question, leave it down below. I'll answer them as quickly as I can. I'll answer them as quickly as I can. Okay, I'll see you guys. Bye.